It's very difficult to move forward if we're not able to address what are these key emotional blocks that are blocking the leaders that are in place from making that transformation with regards to certain types of decisions that they're making or not making in a specific circumstance. The question that I ask my clients is, it's not necessarily about, are we going to transfer the wealth in the right fashion that is appropriate for the next generation, but are we going to be smart about not transferring the dysfunction that has been held within a lot of these families? And I say that respectfully. We all have different forms of dysfunction that we're here to work through. Are we going to avoid passing the dysfunction down the line in the next generation? What I try to do and what I like to do is I call in a therapist. I have several trusted therapists that I work closely with. And many times we'll have situations where there are emotional blocks that are preventing any type of progress within a project. And it's very difficult to move forward if we're not able to address what are these key emotional blocks that are blocking the leaders that are in place from making that transformation with regards to certain types of decisions that they're making or not making in a specific circumstance. Now, this is a big issue. And this is why I like to bring in a professional whose job is then to call out that authority figure and let them know that, hey, this is a major issue that your people are talking to me about that they're afraid to address. And unless we address it head on, we cannot make any kind of progress on this topic. So that's one thought that comes to mind and a common practice that I like to utilize in order to get different stakeholders back onto a same page.
I mean, that's, it's really interesting because there's so many people in the, not only family business space, but the ultra high net worth family business space that don't have in essence, they don't have the courage to even recommend bringing in a therapist because they're afraid of the client's reaction to that. The fact of the matter is that you see, it's like you want to restore what's out of balance in the family system that's calling for a level of care, a level of insight, and quite frankly, a level of healing. And because that oftentimes these frameworks, the history is a bit in a fixed state, in a frozen state, what happens is we get repetitive patterns in that family system, right? Over and over and over again. And unless you're willing to address what's in the middle, the different approaches are still working around that elephant that you define.